Yo, what's happening guys? Welcome to your 20th Bootstrap 3 tutorial, and in this video we're going to take a look at Jumbotrons. Alright guys, as you can see I've gone ahead and made some dummy content. We've still got this nav bar at the top that we've made in previous tutorials, but I've made this 12 column paragraph right here, and then each one of these are 3 columns in width also. So a Jumbotron is something that the Bootstrap developers named when they were high for some kind of element that they want to stand out on a web page. Alright, so we could make this a Jumbotron right here and it would go poof and stand out a little bit. Just gives it a bit of extra styling, bit like a banner, but people tend to use them for text as well. So I'm going to show you how to make one of these and the visual effect it has in the code right now. So this right here, this row is the top row here, okay? So we're going to make this into a Jumbotron. So how do we do that? Well, all we need to do is put a div around the content. So I'm going to put a div there and give it a class of, you guessed it, Jumbotron. Alright, so I'm going to take that closing div and I'm going to pop it right at the bottom here and just move this in a little bit. Alright. So now, when we take a look at this in a banner, in a browser rather, we get that kind of Jumbotron effect. So it just goes, poof, makes everything stand out in this paragraph, all right? And makes it super large as well. Now, that's all right. That's pretty cool. But sometimes I like to have my Jumbotrons full width going across the whole website. So let's do that. Let's head back into the code. And to make it full width, we need to take it out of this container, right? Because that's what's keeping everything within that central column. So let's grab this Jumbotron. Gonna get that. I don't need this row anymore. And then what I'll do is I'll jump outside of this container underneath the navigation still, and I'm gonna pop that code right there and just move this little bit back. There we go, something like that. Okay, so let's take a look at that. Refresh, and now it's full width, but yeah, it still looks stupid because this text goes all the way to the edge, and we don't want that. We want the text to kind of line up with this and this, right? So one more thing we need to do. We've got the Jumbotron, that goes full width. Within the Jumbotron, we want the content to be within a container to keep it central and aligned with the other text on the page. So we do a div inside the Jumbotron. We'll give this a class of container. And or it could be fluid container, you know, I'm using container for now. And then what we will do is right at the bottom of this P, put the closing div tag. Try and space this out a little bit better. Good God. There we go. Alright, got there eventually. And now let's take a look at this in a browser. That looks better. Alright, that's pretty cool. So basically I would just use a Jumbotron when I've got kind of like a big intro. Maybe on a blog post where I want the first paragraph to be kind of bold and in your face so you can get a really quick overview of what that blog's about. I can shove it in your face, and then if you want to carry on reading, the rest of the code down here is going to be normal size. So that's pretty good for things like that, yeah? Now, one thing that's happened here is we've got a big space there, but what I tend to do when this happens is just inspect the element and kind of go down. You see this right here, this Jumbotron has a shed load of padding. Now, it's okay at the top because that padding is behind the nav. We need it at the top. But the padding bottom, you can see the Jumbotron right here is 48 pixels, again, which is fine if you want all that padding there. And the margin, maybe we can get rid of that. Let's have a look. Margin bottom, 30 pixels. So if I unclick that, then we get rid of a bit of the space there. Let's go down to the container. The container's got a bit of padding at the top as well, which we applied ourselves. We can take that off. You know, so it's just a matter of tweaking the code a little bit in your own styles to suit once you've added these elements in. Okay, so there we have it, guys. That is a Jumbotron. I don't know what the hell the word means, but it does that. If you have any questions, feel free to comment down below. Otherwise, guys, don't forget to subscribe and all that kind of stuff, and I'll see you in the very next tutorial.